So, good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to share with you my presentation this morning. And let me introduce Novacell. Novacell has three business units. The first one is the worldwide leader of protective films, with its two brand names, Novacell and Maintape. Novacell films are protecting almost 100% of the surfaces involved in the construction industry, like metals, plastics, wood, glass, and so on. The second gathers the fabrication of industrial tapes, almost for the paper industry, food and beverages industry, and electronics. At Novacell Performance Coatings, we produce coated papers like heat transfer papers for the textile industry, for instance. And the third unit designs and assembles machines to apply films on the surfaces. Woolco and OMA are leading brand names in that field. Novacell is the worldwide leader and actor located in the three continents with 11 production sites and 17 service centers and branch offices. That means there is a local contact almost everywhere around the world to answer your needs. Novacell, this is more than 700 employees. At Novacell, innovation is key. More than 25% of our sales are done with new products. In 2020, this led Novacell to a very good financial performance with a turnover that exceeded 217 million euros. We're lucky to serve more than 3,000 customers all over 90 countries. Novacell is a responsible industrial actor in regards sustainability. Many commitments have been signed. On top of them, the Global Compact of the United Nations and also local ones. Quality insurance is also a strong pillar as well with ISO norms. Performance is controlled by CEDEX organism, more specifically labor laws, health, safety, ethics, and environment. Let's go through the world of protective films and let me explain to you what is it very important to use protective films. First, adhesive protection avoids damage to new surfaces that have been resource intensive to produce. It is better to protect than to remanufacture. This is good for the environment, but also for the brand image and for the costs. Second reason, sometimes protection films are necessary in the production process. Without protection films, some factories have to stop their production line. Another reason, protection film protects the surface through a succession of transformation of the surface, from surface production to installation, going through the transportation. It also avoids the accumulation of packaging. Again, this is better for the planet and costs. Finally, when they are removed from the surface, protection films reveal an intact surface. Films are a kind of guarantee. What is temporary self-adhesive protective film? On top of the drawing, there is the film. In yellow, the surface. Let's focus on the film. In red, this is the plastic layer, also called a carrier. It is made up of one or several layers of polyethylene. This side is a shield against dirt, scratches, water, chemicals, and so on. In green, this is the adhesive layer. This side is in contact with the surface. This adhesive layer is formulated to stick on the specific surface for a certain time and to be removed easily without leaving any residues. It is necessary to adapt the formulation in function of the use of the film and in function of the kind of surface we protect. Actually, behind the very basic concept, there is a very specific chemical technology. Now it's time to focus on IGU protection. Before going on, I think this is important to define the words I'm using. IGU stands for insulated glazed units. You can see what I mean thanks to the picture on the right of my screen. Insulated glass, usually speaking, Lowy glass, the kind of glass that is used to create windows. The protection of IGUs can be done as soon as they are produced in the factory. Then the protected modules will be installed in the window profiles at the window manufacturers or directly on the facade. Windows are among the first elements installed in the new building, protecting it from the outdoor environment. For that reason, glass is very sensitive to damage during the remaining construction work, which may take months. Protective film is an amazing shield against all types of environmental attacks that can face glass during the construction. For instance, cement projections, paint projections, silicone, grinding sparks, and more. Thanks to protection films, no more cleaning or replacing of IGUs are needed at the end at the construction site. No more late fees or penalties and no more disputes between glass installers and customers. Customers are more satisfied and returns are almost non-existent. That's why building producers, architects, window manufacturers, IGU manufacturers are very interested in using this kind of product because it reduces construction time and enables to deliver a clean building. Usually speaking, IGU are protected in the factory by IGU producers at the end of the fabrication. Films can also be installed by window manufacturers, sometimes directly on site. Novacell has designed a full range of films dedicated to the protection of IGUs. The difference between the four films can be the color. There can be clear, transparent, or blue. In any cases, they are translucent. They are all leaving daylight penetration into the building. This is very important for the construction because it leaves light penetrate into the building during the construction. The other difference is the thickness of films begin at 36 microns to 70 microns. The thickness will be important depending on the way the film is laminated. And the third difference is the outdoor guarantee, 6 months or 12 months, depending on the duration of the construction site. The film selection is done in function of the needs and constraints of the customer, the way the film is applied, the average duration of the construction sites. Whatever the film reference, they are all climates compatible. Let me show you this small illustration. Films are designed to sustain all kinds of climates, water during winter and also summer. Our films are easy to peel off without residues. Recyclability is also a key point. Novacell protective films are a safe solution to preserve insulating glazing all the way. Since films are installed since the beginning of the fabrication of the IGU, glass is protected all the way from the fabrication to the end of the construction work, going through assembly into the carpentry at the carpentry factory. They are also sustained joinery installation and transportation. Our films are scratch resistant, resistant to adhesives, cement, paint, and grinding injuries. They are all climate compatible. They sustain warm and humidity. They allow daylight penetration into the building. It's possible to use the same film for inside and outside use. No need to change the film. They can be removed from the surfaces easily without leaving any residues. And they can stay on the glass during 1 year. So the benefits of protecting IGUs are numerous. Less replacement of damaged glazing at the end of the construction, fewer disputes between window installer or glass facades and customer. They are leaving considerable time and money savings, and they guarantee customer satisfaction. This is very, very important. How our films are tested. Novacell has got an internal lab that designs films and performs some tests. For glass application, protected IGUs are sent to natural aging sites in Florida and Australia. Those places are famous for their special climates. Our films are tested over there for 1 year in real conditions. Internally, we accelerate this natural process with a weatherometer device. We also evaluate the impact of UV on glass thanks to QUVB tests. External tests are also possible according to specific norms. For instance, we can evaluate and prove the aging tests on our films. Our films are used by famous customers on the glass market. I give you some names: Guardian Glass, Saint-Gobain, and AGC as the first customers. Lamination of the protective films on IGU is a key point to consider. Depending on the kind of actor that is applying the film on the surface, there are many solutions to apply this film. First, this is possible to apply manually the film on the glass. This can be done directly on site or at window assembler. You can see that it's very easy and quick to laminate film by hand on glass. This is done with a plastic squeegee, simple plastic squeegee that enables to stick the film on the glass and to cut the film also. If the applicator is bigger, this can be also a solution to apply the film with a machine, with an horizontal machine. This lamination of film will be done offline. For bigger IGU producers, for instance, we will recommend to use an industrial laminator, vertical laminator inline. This will enable to keep the capacity of the installation and to protect more IGUs. I'm going to show you this video and you will be able to figure out how it's possible to laminate film on an industrial way. At Novacell, we have also other solutions for the protection of glass. In the 4-glass range, we have 2 other films, one dedicated to the protection of coated glass and one film that is able to protect glass during the acid etching process. We also have a permanent safety back film. This one is dedicated to mirrors and lacquered glass, and it is there to retain glass pieces in case of breakage. At Boston Tapes, there is an edge sealing tape, the green tape around the IGU, as you can see on the picture. And soon we will launch a new protective film made with 20% of recycled content for the protection of IGUs. This will belong to the Oxygen range, the new eco-responsible range from Novacell. My presentation is finished. Thank you to you for your attention. If you want more information, do not hesitate to contact our Asian office. If you need more information about our glass solutions, I invite you to visit our website, Novacell for Glass. If you need more information about the lamination machines, you have the link to visit their website as well.